every successful biashara requires a strong foundation. Now, for MSMEs, all they require is trade finance. Hiyo inamaanisha from when you receive the orders to receiving capital. And of course, for expansion, sa ile unataka kufanya growth. It means that you want to grow locally or internationally, it's all about trade finance. Niko hapa hivi, Atlantis Life Science. And of course, we'd like to take the journey and get to understand how they get to grow in the business. Take the journey with me. Welcome to the very first episode. I'm your host, Brian Aseli. This time around, we decided to go into agrochemical manufacturing. I know, crazy, hard terms, but tuko hapa hivi Mombasa Road, met an amazing lady, Lena Kithure, and she's here with us to just make sure that we get to have this conversation and get to understand how it goes. Lena, how are you? I hope you're doing great.
I'm doing great.
I know we have some distance in between us, but how are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm very fine. Can you talk to us a little bit about Atlantis life and of course everything that you do within the manufacturing industry?
Okay. So my name is Lena Nyaga. I'm the Chief Operations Officer at Atlantis Life Science Limited. Atlantis Life Science Limited is a veterinary pharmaceutical company. We're also in the public health sector. We deal in veterinary pharmaceuticals in the area of animal health, nutrition, and poultry. We also deal in public health products, dealing in pest control, insect control. We deal with the hygiene products. We deal with cattle genetics. We do importation and distribution. But the good thing and what is most interesting about Atlantis is we are really keen on educating the farmers. So we do active farmer trainings so that now we can educate them about the management practices, and now our products come on board to help them to improve their yields and also improve their livelihoods. So over here, we say we want to improve our farmer livelihoods so they can live a better life. So you'll find our slogan is for a better life.
Yeah.
Yes.
I love what you're saying, for a better life.
Yes.
But of course, there's inspiration behind this.
Yes.
Did you wake up one morning and decide, unajua nini? Mimi naingia hii biashara. Or how did we come to this amazing place?
Yes, so this vision is dreamt by Dr. Geoffrey Carrier, who is the CEO of the company. So for us, we are the vision carriers, and we are taking this vision with a lot of weight and taking it forward. So for him, he saw an opportunity where farmers needed somebody to work with them, not just giving them products, but giving them education, giving them a journey to walk by, and somebody who can always come back to. So for Dr. Carrier, when he saw this opportunity, he saw it fit to start this company, and he has really envisioned a really big dream where farmers can be able to take responsibility on their hands, because formerly our farmers didn't know much about what products to use, what diseases are trending. But now with this opportunity and the gap that Atlantis is filling, farmers are well educated and they are more aware. So they're able to know, likely these are the most symptoms what my farm is likely to be going through, and this is how I can improve it.
So a lot of research goes into this, but before you even get into the research, credibility, getting that trust with the farmers is not easy. What's the one thing that you've done here at Atlantis to make sure that we get to that level of trust with the farmers? Because, it's hard for me to do biashara with you if I don't trust you.
Yeah. So for us, the first thing is quality. And then we've also done a really good branding on our products. So we ensure that all our products meet the quality and standards that we want our farmers to have. And this goes to say that if the products are of quality, the efficacy of the product is going to be great at the farmer level, at the household level, such that now the farmer is willing to come back and say, yes, this product worked for me. What you said the product will do, it has done it, maybe even surpassed. So for us, as you mentioned, we do a lot of research around products and market needs, and then we tailor make our products to that. We also listen out to the farmers and train them how they can apply the products well for efficacy and for repeat business. So credibility is quite a journey. You may not always get there very easily, but it takes a lot of time, investment in marketing, investment in time, investment in technical personnel who are able to disseminate now this information. And then now, obviously now once the product reaches the market, it's all about quality and the efficacy of the products.
Let's talk about your journey, because your tag is employee 001 at Atlantis.
That's right, yeah.
Now, let's talk about the journey, because for the young people who are listening to us right now, of course, they're seeing the end product.
Yes.
But it's not always about the end product. Yes. It is research, it's registration, it's making sure that the standards are right before you're even given certification to start this biashara.
Yes.
But money is such a big or key factor. So can you talk to us about your journey? And of course, Cooperative Bank came in and became your financial partner. Yes. We'd like to definitely get into the details of that.
Yes. So definitely to say Coop Bank has been the best relationship partner we've had. For us with Coop Bank, it's not about transactions, it's the relationship we've built over time. They've become a credible partner. So when we started back in 2017, we didn't have a vehicle. Personally, as employee 001, I was also still cruising in a motorbike as I was going to the PCPB and do this. So I would go to the VMD, PCPB, DVS to get all these registrations. So for veterinary...
Break it down for us. Those DVP,
DVS. Yes.
That's technical terms you like.
Yes. Yeah. So for us, we are highly regulated. So we are regulated by bodies like the Veterinary Medicines Directorate. So you hear us talking about VMD. We are regulated by the Pest Control Products Board. So you hear us say PCPB. Then we're also regulated by the DVS, Directorate of Veterinary Services. That is now for the cattle genetics. And now all these bodies work together to make sure that all the dossiers of the products being brought in for pharmaceuticals and for consumption are safe for human health and also for the animals that we serve. So now all this, when we started, I would be there on Andudi, going to PCPB, to VMD, going to DVS. And then we got into a point around June. We had our first interaction with Coop Bank. Now we set up our first office in March 2017. It was a very small office that could only accommodate one employee, one desk and everything. So I sat there and we were now actively doing the registrations. And then from there now we approached Coop Bank and we were able to get our first vehicle. When many partners were not willing to come on board and support us, Coop Bank realized the dream that we had and the space we were coming into as an agrochemical company. They supported us with our very first Pro Box. It was a KCN 8058, I can never forget.
Aki, women with dates and tags.
I'm telling you, we cannot forget. We cannot forget. So from there, we now got on board the second employee who came on board now to start selling the genetics and the small products we had gotten. Maybe to mention, Coop Bank has been really keen helping us source for products and materials locally and internationally. We ship from India, China, Denmark, France, the USA, Germany, we've shipped before. And all this journey has been possible because Coop Bank came on board. We were able to access financing because like for any other small business, we also had challenges in terms of financing. But Coop Bank gave us a facility where we are, in terms of vehicles and mobility, we were able to get asset financing. So we've expanded from a fleet of one vehicle to now we have 25 vehicles. We have 11 motorbikes. And we also even gone all the way to getting trucks from all the way from having one vehicle. That is now to enable our distribution and for sales in the field. Coop Bank has been key in helping us come from that small office in 2017 to now having 2 facilities, each of around 6,700 square foot. So it's been a huge journey in expansion. We started with the 4 products in the market where we were only able to ship 800 liters. That is 200 liters of each product. To now we are shipping at least an average of 100,000 liters per product. For any business, whether small or large, the right financial partner is really critical because it's through financing that you unlock the scale of the business you're envisioning. So for us, Cooperative Bank has been able to give us trade financing instruments, such as the letters of credit, deed bonds for tenders. We've been able to access working capital. We've been able to access import duty financing to clear our goods at the port when they arrive for our imports. We've been able to get working capital for our stocks, short-term loans to pay our local suppliers who supply us with the materials and products. We've been able to also to access asset financing so we can take care of our distribution. We've been able to access online banking, which has removed the hassle from us for going to the bank, spending time there. We've been able so to access a good forex exchange rates online, and it's just a call away to Treasury. You're able to negotiate your dollars, your euros on time, get a good rate with Coop Bank. And this kind of partnership now enables you to scale because at the end of the day, you're able to negotiate with them the rates. They're able to come to your business. They're able to understand each and every step of your business, understand the gaps and how they can fill them in. So they make tailor-made solutions for you. Like for us now going into mechanization, you find that they've done a product separate from what we are doing with the working capital. So we don't need to pull working capital from our day-to-day. So we've done a capex line. We have a credit line that takes care of the imports of the stocks. Then now that is all backed up again with the African Guarantee Fund, where if we bring X amount, we're able to get double of that from Coop Bank because of the partnership they have with AGF. And again, to mention, if you're a woman-owned business, you get 70% more. If you're a man-owned business, you get 50% more. So if you bring X, you get 50% of that amount. If you're a woman, you get 70% of that amount. So this kind of partnership is understanding which partner is the right partner to work with me. And I would say Coop Bank is right for us because they understand us. When they say we are real, they are literally come to our business. They understand us from the heads of the departments. They come and understand what gaps the business is facing and how they can solution us. So trade financing and relationship banking is the way to go and finding the right partner.
But of course, being a woman in the chemical manufacturing business is not easy. There's not so many women that I've met today. But how did you get into that space? Is it still a male-dominated career? And how do you navigate the space?
Yes, for sure it is a male-dominated career, but times are changing and a lot of women are taking space in these leadership positions. It's not been easy for me, and especially coming in and finding a very male-dominated industry to lead. And it's taken me a lot of learning and mentorship and advisory to be able to understand the market, to understand the people I found in the industry, to connect with them and to form a partnership that is long-lasting. So for me, it's not been a really easy journey, but what has really been critical for me is the mentorship. Our CEO is a really good mentor. He has really mentored me and given me space to lead. And also he has introduced me to other industry players, to other advisors who've been critical in my journey in this industry, and also now to break these barriers and to become a voice in the manufacturing and such a male-dominated industry. I'm actively making space for other women to come on board so that now they can find it easier to come and relate. And this has not been a very easy journey, but also for me, it's been more about learning and unlearning so many things because my background was not in manufacturing, neither was
it. You told me your background was in psychology.
Yeah, that's where I started. Then I got into business.
Let's go back to the partnership with Coop Bank.
Yes.
First of all, the amount of equipment I've seen in this space,
yes,
the size of the equipment, I know it's no easy play.
Yes.
You've also talked about the fleet of vehicles that you now have.
Yeah.
There's a lot that goes to that.
Yes.
Personally, me naogopa deni, but it seems that loans are a big thing.
Yes.
Within this space. But of course, there's also that non-financial support.
Yes.
That someone gets, especially when they partner with maybe a bank like Coop Bank.
Yes.
Okay? Yeah. So just talk to us a little bit about loans.
For businesses, ideally, working capital will be one of the biggest challenges you're going to get because you need the financing to do your stocks, to do your day-to-day operations, to scale up and to expand. So I know most people fear debt, but debt is an easy way to create wealth. That is when you know what you want. And for us, when we approach Coop Bank, each and every time we're asking for a loan, either in increase and review of our limit, we know exactly what you want. It's either to roll out a new product in the market, to do maybe research, to do stocking, because we find that often we have very high demand that we can meet. But instead of shying away from the market, we go to Coop Bank and we talk to them and we tell them, hey, so we're having this huge gap here and we need your support in terms of financing. So they've given us a credit line. So with that credit line, we're able to access a working capital for stocks. We're able to access a short-term loans that pay the local suppliers. We're able to access letters of credit that pay the overseas suppliers. And then that also now with the letters of credit gives us security because you find that most of these suppliers outside there, they don't know you, you don't know them for most part. So with the letter of credit, the bank takes the risk on our behalf. And that is what most people fear. When you take a loan and you don't know the risk portfolio of the other person. So Coop Bank takes the risk on your behalf and it secures your business such that when the goods get to you, your loan is secure, the amount you've borrowed, you're able to convert it and take it to the market and still pay them. So in terms of all the credit facilities they are giving us, we are accessing bid bonds, letters of credit, import duty financing. Ukisha import mzigo, you don't need to worry because Coop Bank has got you. You can easily clear your goods at the port. When you're doing a post-import financing with the letters of credit, you're able to also pay for those now when time is due. So ideally, it is more of a structured loan because I find that why people often fear loans is that when you take a loan, when you don't know what you want to do with it, there's the element of mismanagement and accountability. So it is always, I would like to advise people that when you're taking a loan, be certain what you want to do with the loan, because at the end of the day, you need to scale yourself and you need to also be having a good credit score with the bank. Because pia ukienda kuomba loan lazima ukue in good books with the banks.
I want you to share with us a golden tip as we finish, and of course your slice of advice, so that people, there's so many young men and women who love biashara,
Yes.
and they'd like to be in this business for as long as they could be, because that's how they support their livelihood.
Yeah.
Just take a moment, share with us a golden nugget, and of course your parting shots.
Yes. So for me, I think what I can tell fellow entrepreneurs is the journey is not easy, but you have to keep going. Even for us, there's been so many challenges along the way, but we found the grace to stand and say we have a vision, and our vision is telling us that we have to stand in, provide employment for people, provide a structure and a company that can outlive all the people here. And by this is sticking through our vision and our strategies, because most times you find that companies are just running without a strategy. So you wake up haphazardly, you think, now I can do this. So it's always good for a company to have a strategic plan. So within that strategic plan, you can see how milestones you're covering, and also within these milestones, who are the people carrying your dream, because often as entrepreneurs there's that hardship in terms of letting go the vision that you have. So as an entrepreneur, so it's to advise them that it is good to let go the dream to people who can carry it, who can have the buy-in of the vision you have. Like for us, it's to support farmers and households, to promote food security, to improve the economy. I know maybe you didn't know that livestock sector and agribusiness, we contribute 44% to the Kenyan GDP, and livestock alone contributes 12%. We have 19 million livestock. We have around 58 million poultry birds. All these people, we are supporting them by improving their livelihoods. So you have to understand within my sector, what purpose am I serving as an entrepreneur? What needs am I addressing? Then you'll be so happy to wake up every day even when the times are hard, so that you can push on and go by. But then obviously, as they say, money can grow a business. But then again, when you empower your employees, you empower them to carry the brand even bigger than you imagined.
How does the future look like? We're looking at 10 to 15 years from now.
Yeah.
What do you think the partnership would look like? And how about Atlantis? And we definitely want to follow you on social media as well. Talk to us.
Yeah, definitely you can follow us on social media. We're on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. We are very active there. You can see farmers there on a day-to-day. But now to answer your question about our partnerships, in our future looking forward, that is... in 10 to 15 years, we are looking to be the market leaders, and not only in the Kenyan space, but on a regional market, because currently we are looking to enter into the markets of Uganda, Tanzania, and Rwanda. But all this will be possible through the partnership of Coop Bank. We definitely cannot scale to that extent without their support. So they'll be very critical in terms of our production capacity, in terms of our stocking capacity, our penetration to market, because we again need money to market. We need money to register in those new markets, because registration is also capital intensive. And where I see us going in our partnership with Coop Bank is to be the market leader, and especially in this industry, and also to be a very good support for the journey of Coop Bank with SMEs, because we are partnering, we are benefiting from each other, and each and every day we step a journey ahead. Coop Bank win, Atlantis wins. So for us, in 10 to 15 years, we'll be the market leader. We'll be giving the best farmer solutions, and we would have created a pool of farmers. You know, we train around 16,000 farmers a year, so by then it would have scaled to so much regionally. So we aim to be there, and as they say, we would have crossed the many billions mark in terms of turnover.
Wanasema usipandishe mrembo bodaboda, but mrembo alipanda senke the first day na akakuja job. Right now, it's all about the fleets. It's all about the money. It's all about the bank. Lena's story with Atlantis Life Sciences shows the power of financing solutions. But what do terms like LPO financing, bid bond, or performance guarantees really mean for MSMEs? Millicent Wahome, meeting you outside, I didn't know that you're the head of trade finance, but getting the details of you is really exciting. But how would you describe the term trade finance?
You know, trade finance is it's exchange of value. Right now, what we are doing, we are literally having an exchange of value. Mm-hmm. It's only now when we contextualize it to our clients, we are talking about selling goods and services.
Yeah.
But there's usually a conception in trade like it's complex, but we like to look at it in terms of solutioning, because once you have the customer at the center of your thinking, it's not the product that you think about. It's not the technical solution that you have to offer that matters. What matters is, what is the client doing? They are buying, they are selling. It could be a goods, it could be services. So at the end of the day, when you think trade finance, you facilitate movement of goods and services, and you facilitate risk mitigation, you facilitate payments, you give information. So we are that partner that says, you're buying goods from wherever, we are here for you.
Here in conversation with Paul Mweruri, Business Development Manager, Cooperative Bank. So what do I mean when I say LPO financing?
An LPO means a local purchase order. So we have a supplier who has won or been awarded a contract to supply goods or services. Service, we call it LSO for the service. So what we do, we find that this person might need financing to fulfill the order. So the finance that we give for such a person who is looking to fulfill the order is what we call the LPO finance.
Let's talk bonds. There's different kinds of bonds within trade finance.
Yes.
There's bid,
a bid bond,
and performance
yes.
bonds.
Yeah.
What's the difference really?
So these are actually guarantees. We call them guarantees or bonds. We can use them interchangeably. It's undertakings. So what these undertakings do, they give the person who is giving, maybe a procuring entity, they give them confidence that if this guy is bidding for a job or is placing a bid for a tender, they are not going to withdraw. That's what we call a bid bond.
Bonds and guarantees. What is a bank guarantee?
So a bank guarantee is that undertaking. You see, you want to get into a contract and you are not sure whether the person you are dealing in, they can be able to undertake their obligation. So you want a place where you'll be assured that they'll be able to do that particular obligation. So you can ask them to go to the bank. They give you a bank guarantee so that even if you were to supply, it can be in whatever form. But you want to ensure that they be able to perform their duty.
Thank you so much for creating time to talk to us.
Yes.
I will get deeper in conversation about trade financing, and you're doing a great job at Cooperative Bank.
Real stories, real solutions. This is Marketplace, powered by Cooperative Bank, your trade and MSME partner.